Welcome to the Wild Hope Rising podcast. We're your hosts, Sunny Kane and Tammy Clotton, and we're so glad you stopped by. We want to help you be wildly you, and believe it or not, you're already her. We invite you to gather around the table with us. We'll help you move through your wilderness season, no matter how you got here. So lean in, let's ignite your purpose, and discover what you're made of. Buckle up, my friend. It's time for Wild Hope. Well, hey girls, we are back for another episode of Wild Hope Rising, and I am really excited because the past few weeks, Tammy, I have been going at it alone, and you know I have the gift of gab, so I can do it. But I missed you because I was telling the girls my internal filter for all of my songs. When you're sitting in front of me, it's like I know it's ridiculous and I need to hold it in. So I'm glad to have you back. Plus, it's just more fun to see your face. I'm so glad. Tammy's back, girls, for Wild Hope Rising.
I'm glad to be here too. And I've enjoyed hearing your stories and your songs and all of that. You do just naturally have it. And I love that people got to see that. So yeah, it's all good.
When we went to our retreat not too many weeks ago, a friend said to me, Sunny, you actually did 7 in one episode. I'm like, that is a lot of spontaneous singing.
That is true.
7. So this week I'm going to do 8. Next week and I'm going to do 9. I wish I could talk really fast like one of those. Anyways, what are they?
I cannot.
Auctioneers.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine that you could probably get there. There's no way on earth I'm ever going to get there. My cadence is way too slow. I know that about myself.
Well, maybe for one of our episodes, that will be the challenge, that I'm coming in as an auctioneer. I don't know what we're going to auction off. Maybe some of our fun merch that we are about to create for you ladies. So stay tuned. We're going to have a Carriers of Hope line. But, the last time we all connected, we talked about being intentional and having a Wild Hope summer. So Tammy, have you been, these gals know I've been sewing for my intentional Wild Hope summer. What have you been up to?
Oh my, I have been learning some watercolor and challenging myself in that. And it's been really fun because I am someone who likes more realism. And so those out of the line kinds of things I struggle with a little bit more. And so I've had to release some of the control and just been enjoying it and just learning to work with wherever that water flows. And so it's such a metaphor for life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been fun though.
And you know what's cool is we've got some of our ladies who are joining in on that. I heard from Kelly sent me a picture of all of the bags that she has been creating too. She's been sewing like me. And so Tammy and I love to hear from you guys. If you are doing something to be intentional, if you are creating something over the summer, if you're, working out more or you're anything to be intentional, would you just reach out and let us know? We want to cheer you on. And you can check out some of Tammy's Wild Hope, some of her watercolor photos that she's been doing. We're posting those on Wild Hope Rising, so you got to check that out. Now, the other fun thing, Tammy, is over the summer, we have been hearing from a lot of new listeners, new people who are gathered here in this wilderness community, and that has been amazing.
I know. Isn't that exciting? I love that you ladies are listening in. We're so thankful that you're here around our table, and we look forward to getting to know you a little bit more as we continue to grow together.
And if you've been here a while and you haven't let us know you're here, would you do that? We have a really cool board. It's like a prayer board. When you guys tell us your name and you say, I'm listening, or this episode meant something to me, or you share us on Instagram and you tell people, hey, I was listening and this podcast spoke to me, whatever, we're writing your name down so that we can be mindful and pray for you ladies. Because that's one way that Tammy and I feel like this feels more like a community. Because as you know, we can't really see your faces,
right.
But helping to see your names helps us to feel like we're seeing your faces. And if you're new around here, what we're going to be doing next, just so you know, This is going to be a little bit different than what Tammy and I normally do on Wild Hope Rising. Our ladies who have been with us for a while know that we go into the deep waters of the heart. We like to have honest conversations about what is really going on in our lives, the things that maybe you don't share, but we want to give you the courage to begin to share those things, to be honest and to recognize that God can meet you even in the mess of life and in these wilderness seasons. And so go back and listen to some of the past episodes over the summer so that you can get a feel for some of those honest conversations. But as we thought about cultivating a Wild Hope summer, we decided we should probably take our own advice here on the podcast. Right. And so for the next few weeks, we're going to try something different. And instead of those deeper conversations, you're going to get Tammy and Sunny unfiltered. Although we kind of are unfiltered, right? We kind of are unfiltered, but we do have a goal with every conversation. So I guess it's kind of the same, but it's a little different name. I mean, we're unfiltered, aren't we?
Yeah, we're pretty unfiltered. But this is kind of our silly side.
Yeah, it's a silly
more
side.
of our silly side. We're just going to have fun together.
We're going to have fun together. So think of these episodes as, I wrote sitting on the porch, just because imagine, in summertime, you grab a big old cup of lemonade or iced tea, you sit out in the sun. And in my mind, when I'm there, I'm sitting I'm very specific with my creativity, but I am in a chair and it's got those cushions on it. And the cushions that they have, they're black and white striped. They're so cool with pink buttons that are holding them in, like how they're sewn. Right. That's the chair I'm sitting in on the porch. I don't know what chair are you sitting in on our porch?
Have you made any of those yet?
No, but shouldn't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. This is awesome. It's kind of like exclamation point perfume in the 90s. I just got stuck there, and I've been living that vibe since I was 14. What does your chair look like?
Oh, goodness. I actually like a bench or a swing. I like to be able to sit next to someone and, just relax together.
I don't know why when you said a swing, I saw those, those like ribbon dancers. They it's like the silks that come out. Like I imagined you swinging from a silk,
Oh,
so that's what Tammy's doing.
You won't find me doing that.
Okay. So this is our porch, black and white stripes. Tammy may or may not be on a silk. In my mind, that's what she's on, but she's more on a swing. But basically, ladies, just two friends laughing, telling stories, remembering some of life's funny moments, and maybe discovering that joy is one of God's gifts too. So we'll be back this fall with deeper conversations. But this summer, we hope these episodes just remind you that hope isn't only found in the hard conversations. Sometimes hope sounds like laughter around a porch, memories shared with your friends or family, and taking a break from taking life so seriously. So welcome to our porch. There's a seat just for you, and we'd love for you to reach out and tell us what your seat looks like on our porch. But today we're going to play a game, Tammy, and I don't know why. Maybe I just have an inner geek that is freaking out over this, but we're going to play a Would You Rather game.
Fun.
Have you ever done this?
Yes, I have.
Okay, well, this is going to be fun. So while we're going through these Would You Rathers, answer them as though you're sitting with us, and tell us some of your answers. If any of these questions make you stop, we want to hear from you. So we're going to do easy warm-ups first. Tammy, would you rather always have to sing instead of talk, or dance everywhere you go?
Oh, I'm choosing dancing, even though I have no coordination and I'm not in step with everybody else. I choose dancing over singing because I just do it sometimes, even around my kitchen and that kind of thing. And my grandkids laugh and my husband like, what are you doing? But I just like to move.
Is it everyone was kung fu fighting? Is that your dance?
I can do that sometimes.
Yeah. Clearly, by the way I just answered that question to Tammy, you know that mine would be always have to sing. Would you rather always have unlimited coffee or unlimited ice cream?
Oh, 100% unlimited coffee.
Yes, me too.
I love coffee. I love all kinds of coffee.
I love ice cream, but the older I get,
ice cream,
my body cannot handle it. So I don't want unlimited ice cream. I'll be on the toilet the whole time. Would you always be 30 minutes early Or would you rather be 30 minutes late?
How about 15 on the other side? But 15 minutes early instead of 30 minutes.
I would rather be 15 minutes early, but the truth is I will probably be more like 15 minutes late. If we're honest, girls, and we do honest conversations here. Would you rather live at the beach or in the mountains?
Oh man, this was a hard one because I absolutely love the beach. I love the ocean and everything, but man, I love the mountains too. So
Yeah.
thankfully, we live in an area that we are right by Lake Tahoe and we don't have to choose.
Yes.
Because we can be in the mountains and on the beach at the same time. How about you?
Yeah. I don't know, but what first comes to mind is when you're in the mountains, the sound of the wind through the trees is like one of my favorite things, right? Like where you're there's like this hush. You recognize how small you are, which you do near the ocean too, but when that breeze comes through, for some reason it makes me just think of the Holy Spirit. Like I like here he is, like he comes in a whisper. So I think maybe that. And this might be surprising for you girls because we make jokes here about how Tammy loves wilderness and I don't. And before we hit play, I said, listen, all of these jokes that we have been talking about have made you believe that I do not at all like being outside. Just, and what'd you say to that?
I said, no, I don't believe that you don't like being outside, but you've joked about it so much that I'm not sure how allergic you are to it.
Leave it to me to find a good joke and keep working it.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's just about how. I'm particular about how I like to be outside. Anyways, moving on. Would you rather never sweat again or never get mosquito bites again?
I 1000% would like to never get mosquito bites again. I went on a backpacking trip and it took me 2.5 weeks to recover from all the mosquito bites. We had to hide under rain gear to try and prevent the mosquito bites. And still they found every crack and crevice that you can think of. And so I could live the rest of my life without mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember when you said every crack and crevice, I got one in my pants, like up near my groin once, and I felt like I couldn't wear pants for a week. So I'm with you on that. But the whole never sweat again is kind of where I lean because it's gotten better now. I don't know if it was hormonal or whatever, but when I first started teaching, I would constantly, my nervous habit was sweating. And so I would be so afraid of pitting out. Like, guys, it would distract me. So I think I might lean on the never sweat again. I would rather itch from mosquito bites. So,
yeah.
Okay. Would you rather clean bathrooms forever or fold laundry forever?
I'm with the laundry. Cleaning bathrooms. Ugh.
I know. Do you fold laundry or do you throw it just in a basket usually?
I fold.
You do?
Yeah.
Every time?
It might take me a little while to fold it. But I do eventually fold it.
I leave it in the dryer until I'm ready to fold it, and then I do a one more tumble cycle.
I do that sometimes too.
Yeah. I'm with you. I can't imagine anybody answering that question. They'd rather clean bathrooms than do laundry forever. I kind of feel like we're doing laundry forever anyways.
But I guess if the bathroom is kept clean regularly, it wouldn't be so bad, right?
I know. I'm not very good at cleaning my bathrooms. I'm just not. I mean, it's not that they're nasty, but I like, it leads into this next question. Would you rather always have company or never have company? And I would answer this that I would rather always have company because it would keep my house clean and my bathroom clean.
Right. I'm with you on that one. But I would always rather have company, but I am married to an extreme introvert that would not be happy with that. And so we try to find a middle ground there, but
yeah, I think I've got introverts and extroverts in my home.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think I'm kind of down the middle on that, but I still would rather have company all the time. Yeah. My son Jackson would rather have company all the time. I mean, like he gets done with a I guess he doesn't call them play dates anymore as a teenager. He gets done with a bra hang, like he's hanging with the bras. And then immediately afterwards, he wants another play date. Like, I mean, I just said it again. I've got to work on my teenage mom language, guys. Send in the tips on how I can connect bra. So, But he always wants his bras over. But see, that just seems like something that holds your tatas, not
I was going to say, because you're saying it wrong.
bruh,
It's bruh.
bruh, bruh. Okay, so bruh, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? That's the best one.
Can you imagine seeing a horse-sized duck? That would be terrifying. I don't know. I think I'd rather
That would be really quacked up.
being pecked by a horse-sized duck. I don't know. That sounds kind of terrifying. But
or
those mini
100
horses,
duck-sized horses.
can you imagine that size horse running around? Oh gosh, don't get me hysterical here because I can't stop.
I was looking for something funny to say about the neigh. Like, if you had that many horses, the whip would watch them neigh. Okay, would you rather have squirrels that follow you everywhere or birds that sing every time you walk outside?
It depends on if the squirrels are getting ready to attack, or what comes to my mind is, what's the girl who in the musical that goes out and the birds are singing?
Enchanted.
They're just
Yes, it's Enchanted. She lives in a fairy tale, and the mice, they come in and they sing and they help her, make curtains. I mean, it would be lovely.
I'm thinking, God, every single day that I hear the birds singing outside my house, I'm immediately drawn. I want to open the windows and hear them and everything. So I go with the birds.
I would choose the birds too, but that's because I already have squirrels that follow me everywhere because of my ADHD. I have squirrel. What are we talking about? Squirrel. So I already have that, Tammy.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, here's a random one. Would you rather always have glitter on your face or sand in your shoes?
Oh, I go with sand in my shoes. That means I've probably been at the beach or on the trail.
Yeah. Although sand in your shoe, like if you're not at the beach and you have sand in your shoe, it is rather annoying. But glitter on your face is stressful because you can't get it off. So I don't know how I'd answer that one. I don't like either. I'm just, I say pass. No.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know passing was an option.
Well, I just made up that rule in my black and white chair with my pink buttons. Also, the new rule is my buttons don't have to be pink. I can have pink, green, blue, and red. I mean, I don't know. It's a crazy porch time. I want to get to know you even more, Tammy. Would you rather host people at your house or be invited?
I would rather host, actually. I love having people over. I love cooking for them. I love helping them feel special in some sort of way, hearing their stories. And if I'm the host, then I kind of get to, create that environment, I guess.
I think for me, and I don't mean to take a silly question and make it all deep, but I think that most people would assume that I would want to host people, right? Because I am, if I'm a Lego with connection points, I'm a giant Lego. I connect with people really well. And so, but because of that, I am not the girl who's invited to much because I think people, I don't know, this is a story I've told myself so that I don't believe the other story that I'm not invited because I'm not liked. I used to believe that for a long time. But now I think that most people assume I'm busy or that I've already got whatever. And so I'm not invited very often.
Okay.
And so I think I'd rather be invited. I know. That
makes sense.
I know.
That
we
totally
went from
makes sense.
Squirrels and duck-sized horses
we're allowed to do that. That's how conversation rolls.
Okay. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. Guess I'll just eat worms. Okay. Here we go. Would you rather cook the meal or bring dessert?
I'd rather cook the meal.
I'd rather bring dessert. It's quick and easy. And I have Costco on speed dial. So
there you go.
I don't like cooking all that much. Do you like cooking?
I do like cooking for my family, like a bigger, or my volunteer team or that kind of thing. I love doing that just because it speaks love.
Yeah. I like speaking love with my words
Ways. Yeah.
and talking to people with words of affirmation.
That's awesome.
Which you do too. But okay, would you rather be spontaneous or have a detailed plan?
Spontaneous.
Oh, detailed plan. I felt stressed when I asked you the question.
What made you feel stressed about that?
Just because, okay, I like the idea of being spontaneous, but practically speaking, I like to have a detailed plan, which may speak to the reality that I might be a control freak. And I'm completely okay with it because I have accepted that in midlife.
Oh, God created you like that.
I've got a plan for all of the plans.
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather accidentally send a text to the wrong person or accidentally wave back at someone who wasn't waving at you?
I go for the awkward wave.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I've done that so many times. I think I know the person that's coming and do the awkward wave.
I once sent a text to my pastor that was meant for my husband. So I'll leave it at that. And so, the reason that could happen is people are like, how does that even happen? It's because, remember, my pastor used to be my boss. So I had been in conversation with him earlier in the day about work. And then, it just happened. So I think I would rather wave back at someone who wasn't waving at me. Okay. Would you rather have everyone know your thoughts for one day? Or have everyone know your Google search history?
I go with Google search history because I think a lot of thoughts and I process a lot of things and that ain't nobody else's business.
I know. I always thought about doing a video on social media where you had somebody follow you with a camera. And you kind of you remember that movie with Mel Gibson where his thoughts were constantly on display? They were spoken out loud.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I saw that.
It was something, I can't remember, but maybe you ladies, Mel Gibson's thoughts were on the outside of his head. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool to show an actual video of what you see, like the smile on their face versus the thought that they're thinking and the constant chatter in their brain? I think it would be a great video. You're welcome to take that for your own social media. You're welcome. I gave you social media tips. We help you build your businesses too. Would you rather be overdressed or always be underdressed?
Well, the honest truth is I'd rather be always underdressed just because it's more comfortable. How about you?
Overdressed because I love fashion. You know me. I like fashion, accessories. I could just be running quickly to Walmart and I got my accessories on. So that's an easy one for me. Okay, let's get a little bit more serious on purpose. Okay. Ladies, I want to make you think for a second. Would you rather have the ability to go back and change one decision or know that every decision you made brought you exactly where you needed to be?
That's a really good question. I thought like different decisions, that I might, and then I'm like, no, because you change that one decision and it has a domino effect, right? So I ultimately have to land with that it's brought me to where I am today and who I am today. How about you?
I think I agree with you, but my heart feels just immediately when I saw the question, it made me feel a little sad because I know so many who live with regret and shame, and they'll go back to a decision that was made in their life where they wish they could just go back. And I feel like almost because of the longing to go back to that decision, people actually keep reliving that particular moment for the rest of their life, and they're never able to see how that decision did what you're talking about. It led them to where you were, because they might say the same thing. Yeah, it led me to where I am, and I don't want to be here because I blew it. I caused someone harm, or I did what I promised I would never do. And friend, can I just say, if you're listening right now and I'm ringing your bell, I want to encourage you to lean in to the idea that maybe every decision you made brought you exactly where, not where you are. I want you to hear this, exactly where you needed to be. Okay. So even the crazy things in our life, the decisions that we made that we have regret, even those, this is where I see God works things together for good. And sometimes it doesn't make any sense how he can do it. But I just want to encourage you to take a moment with God to ask for that. Would you help me to see how even my mistakes have brought me where I needed to be right now? I don't know. So I felt a little like the minister in me just had that rise up when I read that question earlier.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and I know so many people, and I've had moments that I regret as well, right? And it's so easy to want to wish those away, because we don't like what we have to live with, either the consequences that we have to walk out or how it maybe hurt other people or all of those kinds of things. And so, yeah, it would be totally easy to say, man, I want to change that.
And I think this goes to the same. I mean, we could even ask a would you rather that's directly around this that might not be something that you did, but would you rather be able to erase one painful memory or keep it because of what it taught you?
Oh,
That's hard.
yeah, it is. It's so hard.
I mean, what comes
Can
to
we
mind
keep
for
the
you is that
lesson? Can we keep the lesson and just ask God to remove the painful memory? I mean,
gosh.
but that's where healing comes in, right? It's so important to engage healing so that that painful memory doesn't dominate, and we can get to that place where we can go, okay, what can I learn from that? Even I never wanted that to happen. And I hate that it did. And God hates that it did. And we hate that it did for you at the same time. Yeah.
Permission to go off script here. Not that
Yeah.
we had a script, we're completely unfiltered.
Right.
But I feel like when I say that, Tammy knows I'm going to ask a deeper question. So I guess I'm preparing her. But can you think of maybe one of the most painful things that you've been through? I'm not asking for details on that, but can you think of one of those painful memories in your life that, like, what did the painful memory, what did you learn through it? What is that lesson that you have got that you could have had no other way?
Oh gosh. I I have multiple things coming in my head, and so I'm trying to think of a lesson that I learned from one of them because that might help me to narrow it down. But honestly, the first thing that came to my mind, I have said on here before that I am a survivor of abuse. Um, and one can think nothing good can come from that. But the truth is that it has helped me to be present with others who have felt that depth of pain and confusion and just scarring and all of that. It helps me to sit with them. It helps me to walk with them, but it also helps me because God is so real to me and God has healed and redeemed so much in my life that it helps me to say, let me give you some hope that that can happen. And I like to say that I'm a hope dealer because I believe that there is hope and healing and redemption that is so real and possible that I want everyone to have that.
Yeah.
But I would have never been able to really identify with someone who's in that deep of pain and confusion and all of that had I not experienced that myself.
Right. And you sitting with people, Tammy, what I know to be true of you is that is like your heart bleeds for that. It's what gets you up in the morning. And so isn't it just like God to take that painful thing that you'd rather say, I'd rather learn the lesson another way.
Yeah.
But isn't it just like God to say, this will not be taken from my daughter? This is how I will work all things together for my good. How even though the enemy came to rob, kill, and destroy, I have come that Tammy might have life, right? It's, what the enemy meant for evil, God intends for good. I mean, we could find so
Yes.
many scriptures here.
Yeah.
And I just keep thinking, you can't see light in a light room. And I know that sounds funny, but follow me, ladies. You don't walk into a room and say, "Oh, the light's on in here." What happens though is if you were sitting in darkness and you turned on a flashlight, what would you notice? Light.
Yes.
And so this is kind of how I viewed it is I can't even just go to one painful memory. I mean, clearly when you're talking, I have a lot of relating points, but for me, it's that these painful memories, Tammy, all of them have helped me to know God. Like not know about him, but to know him and to feel like I am known by him. And I think what's hard here is sometimes we can get a messed up theology from that is like, oh, God caused this hard thing in my life because he wanted me to know him. And think about that belief. Does that make God good? Not really. So isn't it easier to believe the truth of he said, in this world you will have trouble, right? But I will turn that trouble into good. And that he is with us in it. So I don't believe God caused all of those painful memories in my life.
Right.
But I do believe that he said, my daughter will not sit in them without me by her side. I will not leave her alone, and she will come to know me because I will be her defender, her protector, her rescuer. So we took a tangent there, but ladies, isn't this exactly what happens? Oh, go ahead.
That's an important conversation for us to have at another time. And we're going to have more of that conversation on some later podcast.
Yeah.
What kept coming to my mind is we have a friend named Cindy, and she always says, God never wastes a hurt. And it has stuck with me all of these years. And so thank you for that bit of wisdom, Cindy.
Yeah. So, girls, isn't this exactly what happens when you're having fun on the porch swings, right? Where you're having fun out for coffee with friends or just experiencing community. You can start lighthearted and have the joy and the laughter. And you can also take the tangents to the deep. And I would say the one thing I want you to see here is it's the surfacey moments where you start with the fun and the laughter that lead you over time to be able to have honest conversations. It's the building of trust. And Tammy and I have rumbled through these kind of things for years, the belly laughter. And I shouldn't even say belly laughter because I think for me, it's like pee my pants laughter because I'm always peeing my pants, like, oops, I peed my pants.
TMI.
They used to have a Saturday Night Live episode, like, oops, I pooped my pants. Do you remember that? It was like for a
No, I don't remember that.
It was like, oops, I pooped my pants. And it was a commercial for kind of like Depends. But I'm the girl who's like, oops, I peed my pants. Anyways, now you girls know, just a little bit more about me is that I got a dribble problem. And that's not basketball. Okay. Oh my goodness. Well, we have so many more, but let's just go a few more and then let's wrap this up. But we want to encourage you to keep going in these conversations with your friends. But Tammy, would you rather have unlimited courage or unlimited patience?
Oh, gosh. Why do we have to choose? Can't we have both?
I think you're going to say neither.
Oh, right. I get a pass.
You want to pass.
Because, there's that whole thing that if you ask for patience, that you're going to go through things.
Then you get it.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Oh, I didn't even go there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because if you want patience, you have to be tested. Also, if you want courage, it means you always have to be in situations that require you to not be afraid. Oh, my goodness. I think I lean, though, towards the unlimited courage. And
I'd probably lean there.
And it's probably because in my personality, the way that I'm wired, I feel called to run into the hard, right? Like going after the enemy. Like I am not over here playing defense. I'm playing offense, bruh. And you know what I mean? I will take you out. So I would rather have unlimited courage, but an unlimited courage that is not derived from me, but an authority that is placed upon my life by the Holy Spirit, which, girls, here's the truth. We already have that. So I would want an awareness to know that I'm already able to walk in that if I choose to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Good
leave it to
word.
the, preacher's got to preach.
Good word. Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather always know exactly what God is teaching you or discover it years later?
Oh gosh. I want to know now.
You
There's
want to
so
know
many
now.
times like I want to know now. I don't want to wait. I think of Job in the Bible, and he never got to see what all that was about. We have the advantage of
Gosh.
looking at his life and going, "Oh, this and this and this." But I don't know that he ever got the scoop on what that was all about.
Yeah, I agree. I'd rather have that. Yeah, now. But we do more often live the Job life where we don't really
Yeah.
know now.
Yeah.
So what a gift it is. And let that be a reminder to you ladies. Who could you thank now for the impact that they've had in your life? Who could you give words of affirmation to when they're in the midst of suffering and you see how they're showing up and it's inspiring you in your faith? Who could you give those words to now rather than waiting someday when they've gone from this earth to tell people about them at their celebration of life?
Yes. Yes.
Let's be people who tell people now that we might give them a glimpse of that. And would you rather know the exact purpose God has for your life or discover it one step at a time?
When I heard this, I was like, "Oh my gosh. This clues into something that is such a part of me, and I have that adventurer, what's around the next corner and what's around the next corner." And so a lot of times I realize that I am more content to do it one step at a time and let it unfold. Now there's a part of me that wants to know a bigger picture so that I can plan toward it, right? But in the practical,
Yeah.
like my personal life, if I'm planning something for an organization or something like that, that's different. But in my personal life, I think I'm more content and even a little excited with that one step at a time dependency on him.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if the question was phrased a little different because the exact purpose God has for my life, I'm really clear on. And I think we overcomplicate this as Christians all the time. The purpose for my life is to love God and to love others, right?
Yep.
I mean, period.
100%.
That we're all called to that. Also, scripture tells you that we're actually, this is in 1 Thessalonians, I believe. I'll find it and put it in the show notes, but it actually says that we're destined for suffering. So there is a purpose there. So we're destined for these things. So I'm very clear on the exact purpose God has for my life. Now, if this was phrased, would I rather have the next vision or revelation from God that I can charge towards or discover it one step at a time? This is the grapple of my life right now because I have always been the girl with vision, like a big vision that came from a revelation from God, and it drove me. And with excitement and passion and zeal, I ran at that thing and I brought others along with me. And I've been in a season for a very long time where it's been cloudy. I can't see the thing. And God has been saying, when it's cloudy, I'll be your clarity. Like, how about if we discover it one step at a time? I'm not doing so hot at this, am I, Tammy?
It has been a little frustrating for you, but we're in it together.
I know. And Chantel said, maybe you're building a boat and the rain has not come yet. I'm like, well, I don't like boat building. I like building a bag. It takes about a week and we're done. So anyways, well, girls, before we leave, we want to leave you with one more would you rather question. This is for you ladies. Would you rather relive one favorite day from your past? That day that you go back to in your mind. Would you rather relive that? Or would you rather get a glimpse of one amazing day that is still ahead of you? And we want to hear your answer. Okay, we will put it in the show notes in case we said it too fast that you're like, wait, what was the question? Would you rather relive one favorite day from your past or get a glimpse of one amazing day still ahead of you? And we want you to go over to Instagram or to Facebook and share your answer with us. Tag us so we can see what you choose. Share this episode so other ladies can join our fun porch party. And don't just tell us what you picked. We want to know why. The why behind your answer too, because we've discovered that the best conversations usually aren't just about the answer. They're about the stories that come with it. So if you want to keep the fun going, we've also created, and well, we haven't created, but we're going to create it before we put this episode out, a Would You Rather questions, just a little document that you can download for you to use with your own people this summer. Isn't that fun? Like just a Would You Rather questions. Like if you're having company over or you're going to go on a road trip. I think I might use it, the tool we're going to create.
Yeah. And you can always have it on your phone. You don't have to print it out, but if you like to print things out, go for it. I'll use it.
Yeah, invite your neighbors over or a friend over. Go for a walk and ask Would You Rather questions. So they'll be in our show notes, but we'll also be sharing them on Instagram so that you can easily grab them, start your own conversations. Because cultivating a wild hope summer, ladies, let's remember this. It's not just about slowing down and noticing God at work, but it's also about making room for laughter and connection and the people that He's placed in our lives. So we want to thank you for joining this first of, I think we're going to do about 4 or 5 of these, this first episode of the Wild Hope Summer Sessions. We hope you laughed with us today, and we hope you take a little of that joy with you into your own week. And I'm so glad you're back, Tammy. That was amazing.
Yes, me too. Have fun, ladies. We look forward to hearing about it.
Thanks for being with us this summer. Okay. My prayer is freedom will become your story and redemption your song. Now it's time to take hope-filled action. And if today's episode spoke to you, please don't keep it to yourself. Like, subscribe, and share, and help us grow this community. Thanks for listening to Wild Hope Rising. Until next time, keep stepping boldly into the spacious life you were created for.